Okay.
Yeah, it seems to be okay.
It'll be behind your screen share. It lags I don't know, 30 seconds or so. But it's showing the game.
It is showing the game and there is audio.
Okay, perfect. We are good to go then. I will tweet that out and we'll get started. I'm excited. It's been so long since I played Dark Souls. And a new game at that, right? Am I coming through still?
Yep.
Oh, good. Alright. I gotta adjust my brightness a little. Alright, that'll do it. It's fine. I have violence on. Much like wait. Oh, I see what's going on. I want the PlayStation 4 controller. Yep, this looks pretty standard. Looks like Demon Souls controls here. Great, and I'm not going to use the gesture menu, so cool. Alright, so of course, character name will be the same as it was before. That's weird. I just have to type it. Okay. Do you have any preference on the gender, Rob?
I believe you said you were going to let the viewers choose your build.
Oh, okay. Are there any viewers left yet? Do you know?
We have a couple.
Any opinions, viewers? Any thoughts?
We really need to summon the Discord.
Yeah, I know. Here, I'll post it in media. That's always what Piss ends up doing.
Which doesn't make any sense to me.
No, I guess I'm just gonna put it in games. Actually, that makes a lot more sense.
Or even general.
I'll just @ here, and then everyone gets to know. Well, we can go with female. I don't know. Well, let's go with male because we're gonna do the monster version, and I think he'll look a lot more ridiculous. But if people have an idea,
the monster version doesn't discriminate.
All right, so we want to go random. On how to make this work?
I think you want to turn the top slider all the way to difference, and then you just want to mash that random button.
These faces are almost too good. That's interesting.
We're getting somewhere.
Let's take them all the way to the masculine side. Give them some strong features. Also, they're going to be old. Whoa! Oh my goodness! It's pretty good.
Oh yeah.
try it again, or you be like this?
Just don't overthink it. Just focus on 2 things. Smash that random button and try not to say any slurs.
Alright. I'm on it. The one guy just went by looked like Seinfeld. Oh boy. This has some, we can work with this. Young is not doing it. What about old? Okay, very sallow. Oh. Looks like hormones just make your skin a different color and make your eyes really small. Okay, weak features. What do sharp features look like on him? Oh, that's really good. Oh my god. That's really awful. I think I like him in red. Was there a deep red? Oh yeah, dark red. Wow. That's terrible. I like that. Are you satisfied, or should we keep going?
I'm satisfied. I think we've spent about... I mean, this is just a rite of passage of Dark Souls streaming unfolding in real time.
Oh wait, hang on. We have to check if there's any better one in here. If we can just do... Oh, you know what? We actually went away from him, but that's okay. It's not really a big deal. Any of these faces look better to you? I think Commoner's fine.
Lip Whip 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 asks, strong in what? Habsburg genes?
Yeah. It's true. Well, let's do the Dragon Scholar. His eyes are nicely close together. Ooh, that looks good. Alright, old, what does that get us? Young, what does that get us? No, old. Hormones. Ooh. I don't know. It's not as good, but it's pretty funny. That looks like a normal person. I don't like that. Back to the commoner, I think. Old. Masculine. Looks too good.
Hope everyone's enjoying the stream so far. We're going to be doing about 2 more hours of this tonight, and maybe get started with the game sometime later this week.
Yeah, that's right. All right. So I wanted to do like I think the Discord decided. Well, we can ask the Twitch. Does anyone care? Does anyone have a thought as to what? I mean, we can also change the sex of the character too. But does anyone have a thought as to what we should be focusing on in terms of class? Pyromancer was one of them. Deprived was someone, but I don't think I'm going to do that. Bandit was one, where it's like a stealth kind of thing. Rob, I'm also wrapped with attention as to what you would think.
You could always start with Deprived and let it be sort of a blank slate.
That's cool, yeah, I guess that's true. So we're playing, in that case we're playing, what's that game, Ark?
China game demands that you play nude without a shield.
I will not.
It's not a wrong suggestion.
Do you think it's a good suggestion, play nude without a shield?
It's not the worst idea.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. I mean, the Deprived is a high level, that's nice.
insignificant in the long run.
Yeah, that's true. Boy, I don't know. I guess like
I think we may need to adjust our audio balance a little bit.
Oh really? Is the what's too loud?
Game audio is too loud relative to us.
Okay.
You.
Hang on a sec. I can fix that. We may have to pick our character before we fix it, but I can fix that.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Game is a bit loud, is what I'm seeing.
Okay. I just need a suggestion. Direct me here. I don't care.
Go deprived.
Okay.
We'll fill in the blanks as we can.
Okay. Sounds good. I'm glad I just put it that way. I'm gonna take away his butt. Gift. Let's see. Divine holy water. Oh, that's not bad.
Most of these don't matter, but the master key is nice.
Yeah, I took the master key last time, and I think it's actually pretty good. Twin humanities you get later. Same with the goddess's blessing and black firebomb. Binoculars too. So I'm gonna take the master.
Let me put it this way: how set are you on doing Blighttown?
Set enough.
Well.
You don't like Blighttown?
It's not the best part of the game.
Look at the Slender Man over here. The gamer physique. I think I like very slim. I think he looks like a true monster that way.
That's a little bit of a personal insult, if I may say so.
He doesn't look like you, Ralph. It's just the way that his legs and arms look. All right, I'll give him the gamer physique then. That's just as good. No one who's actually very slim looks like Slender Man. I've seen you in person. You certainly don't look like that.
Yeah. I don't look unlike that.
That's fair, I guess. But
In
your
the
proportions
age
make
of
sense.
ancients, the world was
Well,
unfolding,
that's also up for debate.
shrouded
I
by
wonder if they
fog.
redid the intro movie. I guess we'll see.
A land of grey crags, arch trees, and everlasting dragons.
I really don't remember this at all. This is funny.
But then there was fire. And with fire came disparity. Heat and cold, life and death,
Disparity is
And
what
of
the Soul
course.
series are about.
light and dark. Then from the dark they came and found the souls of lords within the flame.
They didn't redo the intro.
Nito, the
Oh, no.
first of the dead.
I really like Nito.
The Witch of Izalith
Or as we know him
and
now,
her daughters
Admin.
of Chaos. Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight, and his faithful knights. And the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten.
I don't remember the furtive pygmy.
With the strength of lords,
Well,
they challenged the
do we
dragons.
want to jump right into
Gwyn's mighty bolts
this?
drew upon
Yeah, I mean,
their
after
stone
the
scales.
I'm having a hard time
The
hearing
witches breathed great firestorms.
Okay, so
Nito unleashed a miasma of death and disease. And Seath the Scaleless betrayed his own, and the dragons were age of fire.
And it never ended.
But soon the flames will fade, and only dark will remain. Even now, there are only embers, and man sees not light, but only endless nights. And amongst the living are seen carriers of the accursed dark sign.
That's a thing we'll have. Ooh, I love the Uchigatana. Okay, so I'm gonna change the after we wake up in our cell here, I'm gonna change the audio.
So I've actually also lost video on the dark sign
brands
really?
The undead.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Okay, we'll
And in this land,
let's not get hung up on it. I can watch the stream.
The undead
maybe
are
we
corralled and led to the north.
We can do some audio, video technical stuff in 1 second.
Where they are locked away to await the end of the world. This is your fate.
China Game says the dark sign is the physical reward for the No Cartridge Patreon.
Wow, our guy looks terrible as an undead.
Yeah, it never comes out looking in game the way you expect from character creation, which is part of the beauty of it.
Alright, so let's do some there's audio. Oh, here we go. Music. Okay, that should be better. And then let's try and get you back, Rob. That's good.
It's already back.
It's already back. Great. So you're with me again?
It's as soon as you do whatever you do to I don't know. It froze again as soon as you tabbed away or whatever it was.
Really? It's frozen again?
Yeah, so before it was on the menu screen and now it's looking at your character in the cell. But let's not worry about it. The stream is fine for me. So
all right, you sure? All right, cool.
Yeah.
Just muted it. All right.
Yeah.
So, wow, it looks really nice actually. The remaster. I'm very surprised at how good it looks. Looks like a lot of people died here in this initial section. That's kind of a drag for them.
I wonder if those bloodstains could be from returning to the asylum later.
Oh, that's possible, because they're definitely not. There aren't any enemies here unless you antagonize that undead.
Right, but when you come back, there's a Black Knight here.
Oh, okay. Good, my flashlight is working. Oops. I forget how to run in this game. Oh, I remember. It'll be an important skill later on.
Seems the video may be a bit choppy.
The stream is?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Alright, hang on everyone. I will try and fix that real quick. I hope no one goes ahead and kills me. That would be a drag. Let's see, what can I do to change this? I can close, well, I can't close Discord. What am I talking about? I can close Chrome, though.
Can you kill the screen share video only?
Yeah, well, I can just make it so we're talking to each other. Would that help?
Yeah, try that.
Okay. Alright, tell me if that helped at all. Because it's looking very smooth on my end. Twitch really is a frustrating beast sometimes.
Oh yeah, the stream's definitely better now.
Okay, great. Oh, that gets me an achievement. Great. Now I can quit the game. White flower means something, doesn't it? Or, no, never mind. I think it's something else. Now this is a place you can die.
Most definitely.
I don't think it's probably right. I don't think it's probably right for me to fight this guy right now. Ouch. I might be able to handle him, but
You don't wanna. It's not going great so far.
well, no, yeah, I got hurt really bad. But I wouldn't have gotten hit had I been fighting him.
Huh. You'll have another chance to demonstrate soon enough.
I know.
Oh, spoilers. Sorry.
Spoilers for everyone who hasn't played Dark Souls yet. This guy shoots arrows so fast. Oh, sweet. It's my jam.
Okay, here's where it's time to just put that shield away and two-hand that club.
That's probably true. Didn't even really think about that. Going to put my hope sword out there too.
How did you approach this game the first time you played? Were you a heavy shield user, abuser?
I was. I used a lot of shield. I ended up, the main way I approached it was, I mean, I certainly didn't understand it at first, like most people who are playing it. And then I kind of mucked around until I had a decent idea of what I was doing, and by that point, I was using like a straight sword and a decent shield that I'd found, and then eventually I just got a broadsword and a decent shield and kind of brute forced my way through the game. It worked out just fine. I mean,
well, let's see if we can step it up from there.
Yeah, I think so.
This I have a little bit of a delay now, so I didn't see you get hit by the
trap
boulder.
Yeah,
But
you just
I
knew
knew
it would happen. I'm really really tempting fate here with not.
Oh, you. You're no hollow. Thank goodness. I'm done for, I'm afraid. I'll die soon, then lose my sanity. I wish to ask something of you.
Do you ever have to
You
fight
and
this
I
guy?
are both undead. Hear me out, will you?
When you return to the asylum, yeah.
Regrettably,
Oh.
I have
At which
failed in
point
my mission.
he has
But
gone
perhaps you can
hollow,
keep
and
the
it's
torch
very
lit.
sad.
There is an old saying in my family.
That is sad.
Thou who art undead art chosen, and thine exodus from the undead asylum maketh pilgrimage to the land of ancient
It's a great
lords.
saying. It's very
And
catchy.
thou ringeth the bell of awakening. The fate of the undead thou shalt know. Well, now you know. And I can die with hope in my heart. Oh, one more thing. Here, take this.
Thanks.
An Estus flask.
Oh, see that
undead
actually.
flavors.
Yes, thank you.
Oh, and this. Now I must bid farewell. I would hate to harm you after death. So go now, and thank you.
This guy's kind of like the version of.
Now I would hate to, and thank.
He's sort of like the Dark Souls version of Ostrava. Like the knight that you.
It seems to be most definitely a tenuous reference of sorts.
Yeah, definitely. Felt so bad for Ostrava. That was a really depressing storyline too.
Yeah.
That he really wanted to see his dad, and then he found out his dad had gone insane, and so he killed himself. It's rough.
So, what do you suppose Estus tastes like?
That's a good question. I guess I always assumed kind of like water.
Comes from bonfires, though.
That's true.
They do make soup out of it, so there's that.
I'm gonna have to get the hang of this again. Sorry to everyone who's watching me be a huge noob. Yeah, no, that's true. I don't know. I guess, like, it really could be kind of anything. Oh, yeah, is this where the knight is? Sort of the knight.
My Uncle Toby suggests that Estus is gamer cum, which
Seems right.
may be more accurate than I wanted to admit.
I am, like, not very good at carrying in this game. I'm going to just admit that outright. I'm not good at it. I don't usually try to do it. You can try and coach me through it if you'd like.
It's difficult and mostly unnecessary.
That's what I feel. Wait, what is it again? Falling attack? Okay, or one more falling. That's different from Demon's. Demon's is a falling launching attack. As far as I can tell.
I can neither confirm nor deny that it might. You realize, yeah, okay. You swapped out the sword hilts.
Yeah, that's right.
There's actually a trick here that I should have pointed out. I think it only works for this boss, but if you do a leaping attack off the ledge, the thing that's like forward and R2 at the same time, you'll get like a double damage hit.
Yeah, I did that. I did that
yeah,
just with the sword hilt, unfortunately. It was stupid of me. But I can. Ah, classic Dark Souls. I went for the last hit when I shouldn't have. I think this is an extremely forgiving boss. I really did not understand how forgiving that boss was my first time around. That is a lot different than my experience playing this last time.
Well, that's the feeling of getting good, as they say.
I have get good. I am going to get bonfire. Bonfire looks nicer too. People have said this reboot is no good. It's sort of just like basically a patch. I guess maybe, but it looks pretty nice to me.
I don't know if I'm entirely fond of. I mean, this is getting very specific, but the way the bonfire looks.
Oh yeah.
They made in the remaster, they made it look very much just like ordinary fire, where in the original it's a bit more, you know.
Oh, you're right. A little more like cinders.
Otherworldly.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, I didn't even notice that.
But that's a very specific nitpick.
Well, it's the same for me with like the way the Estus Flax looks in the left and stuff like that. Like the menu is a little more user friendly and I don't know, kind of weird. But those are all nitpicks. I think, like, by and large, the game itself looks quite nice. Here's my question. So we were talking initially about lore a little bit. The eggs for the bird.
So, the furtive pygmy, and I don't know all of the details on this, but I think that many people believe him to be Manus in the DLC, which you haven't
not played
the DLC. Oh, you are in for a treat.
Nice. Yeah, I just played the vanilla game. I played and beat it, but people tell me the DLC is very, very good.
Yeah, I think.
Like an item around here.
I think the DLC is when the series really finds its footing for the first time.
Interesting. Well, you're a Dark Souls 2 truther, if I recall correctly.
I do believe that it is unjustly
that one day an undead shall be
People don't like it. I will play it. Don't worry.
Yeah, we may want to save some of those grievances for when that time comes.
To the land of the ancient lords.
Ancient lords. Oh, that's weird that it's the land of the ancient lords and it's just called Lordran.
Lordran.
Well, it's convenient. It's, you know, it's the meaning is apparent.
Fairly unimaginative, I guess.
Well, lords usually are.
It blew my mind when I found the bird again for the first time. I was so surprised.
You were in awe of the size of that lad for a second time.
That's correct. I like that my legs are so bad that it looks like I'm wearing pants in the back. Good legs. Lordran, level up and kindle up bonfires. Alright. Oh yeah, right.
Did you pick up any consumable souls in the,
No, only humanity.
Okay.
I can level up, though, so we should probably do that now. Alright, Rob, here's our chance. We can decide what we want to do with our character here.
Well, I think this is the time to open it up to chat.
Yeah, how many people do we have in chat? Or is there anyone there?
18 viewers.
All right, wow. Okay, I'll take it.
What kind of build do people want to see? Just waiting for the Twitch to stay here and.
Well, while we wait, we can go talk. We can go talk to this this fun guy.
What do we have here? You must be a new arrival. Let me guess. Fate of the undead, right? Well, you're not the first. But there's no salvation here. You'd have done better to rot in the undead asylum.
Postelion says, Faith, you gotta believe,
Since you're
and
here,
notes
let
that
me
they
help
have
you.
not played this
There
game.
are actually two
That makes
bells
me
of awakening.
question
One's up
if we should
above
do
in
that.
the undead church. The other is far, far below, in the ruins at the base of Blight Town. Ring them both, and something happens. Brilliant, right? Not much to go on, but I have a feeling that won't stop you. So, off you go. It is why you came, isn't it? To this accursed land, the undead.
This guy gets less insane than in Demon Souls.
Your face. You're practically hollow. But
You mean when he goes insane, he becomes less so than his counterpart?
Yeah, I feel like the sort of like the decline of this guy is more pronounced in Demon
Well,
Souls.
there are a few ways to go about it. Collected bit by bit from corpses. Or you can butter up a cleric and get yourself summoned. And the quickest way, although I'd never do it, is to kill a healthy undead and pillage its humanity.
My Uncle Toby says that every time your character levels Faith, he trusts the process more.
Well, Ari, who is my Uncle Toby,
What are you? Don't try anything.
who is my Uncle Toby, is a Celtics fan, so we can't trust him.
Oh, that's all. Well, listen carefully then. One of the bells is up above in the... You'll have to climb the stairs up. The other bell is back down below, within the plague-infested Blight Town. But I'd die again before I
Oh,
step
Blighttown. Is Blighttown the place with the
cesspool.
ghosts?
No, that's New Londo.
Yeah, okay.
Bloody hell,
is-
you are...
Perhaps the one place in the game worse than Blighttown.
Yeah, because I was when I heard you didn't like Blighttown, I was thinking, well, okay, that makes sense, I guess. But yeah, New Londo is awful. All right, free humanity. That's pretty nice that they gave us that. Any opinions in chat yet?
Nothing beyond Faith,
Hello there.
which means
I believe I am Petrus of Thoroland.
I might
If
have to
not,
take the
I'd
reins
prefer
here.
to keep a
Yeah,
distance.
I
For
don't want
this
to do a
level
face
up,
build.
I think endurance
Hello
or
there. I realize
vitality
that I-
would
but I
not
also
be
want you to
wrong.
know
Mm-hmm.
that it is here. No, good.
Ooh, a copper coin. All right.
Oh my. Oh, I have to await. So what if I were to teach you some miracle? Would that please you?
I have enough faith that this might be useful.
Very well.
Sure, why not? My former covenant of, I don't know, being dead.
Now let me share my miracles. Only their ultimate effectiveness will be.
Yes, yes. Let's see. Learn gesture. Shrug. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm sorry, it's a purchase item. I don't know. I don't really need seek guidance, actually, so maybe not. Wonder if I should purchase a talisman, though.
Well, you know, my position is that
We'll find better ones.
Come again.
miracles
The
and
effectiveness of
spells
the-
are cowards' tools, and all you need is steam.
All right. I like what you're saying. All right. Well, I will. Maybe we could do a dex build, like an honest to goodness dex build, though, not my weird strength dex thing from Demon Souls that I completely botched.
Well, that's also a completely valid approach. I mean, do you have a sense of what sort of weapons you might prefer to use?
I do prefer using swords generally in this game. I did really enjoy using the
You might need to be more specific.
I know. I was getting
a lot
there.
of swords.
I did like the I did like the katanas in Demons a lot. I liked broadswords in this game a lot, but I have a feeling I wouldn't as much now, because I prefer dodging and sort of like understanding the battle instead of just like hoping I'm strong enough.
Well, so maybe this is an unintuitive facet of how things work, but you can use enormous weapons and still be fast and dodgy.
Yeah.
If you are so inclined.
And that has to do with what I have equipped and etc. I assume my endurance as well.
Yeah, your equipment. So endurance is kind of, you might say, an overpowered stat in Dark Souls 1 because it governs both your stamina and your equipment load.
Oh wow, yeah, you're right.
Which
I'm used to strength.
In latter-day games, you have two separate stats for those things.
Well, even Demon Souls has two separate stats for those things. Well, then we should probably put something into endurance because we'll want stamina.
Yeah, you really can't go wrong putting a point or two. Well, many points.
Yeah.
You know, like
maybe Vit, and then we don't have enough souls to do two, so maybe. Well, Vitality right now makes sense, I guess.
Yeah, that's what we can call.
Yeah. All right, cool.
Yeah, I would just spend as many as you can, and
I forget what kindling does at the fire. I'll remember it, but
so let's see. You need to, in order to be able to kindle,
you have to be human. So I'd have to eat one of my humanity.
Reverse hollowing.
Yeah.
Which consumes one of your soft humanity, I think is the term. The number in the upper left.
It also consumes, yeah, so I'd have to eat a humanity, which is a hard humanity, and then it would consume a soft humanity.
Right. And then when you kindle, it increases the level of the bonfire, basically, and it will restore
more Estus
flask charge. Yes.
Okay, right. It's probably...
So I think it goes all the way up to 20.
Yeah. Well, I probably don't need more than 10 at this point. And I'll go right back here.
Well, I think actually you don't even have the option to go beyond 10 at this point.
That's true. Yeah, you have to get a better flask, right?
I actually don't recall what it is that lifts the kindling limit.
It might be when you go to Anor Londo. I know that's what.
It might be.
Yeah, that's what lifts that's what lets you transport and all. Ooh, I know who's down here. I spent so much time trying to find like what was making that noise the first time. I mean, he's not making it right now, but he sure was when I was here the first time. I lost my mind trying to figure it out. I spent probably about 7 hours before I made any progress in this game, just trying to figure it out. And the main way I tried to figure it out was by going toward the skeletons, who, it turns out, are not easy to defeat when you're at this level.
But not impossible.
No, right, exactly. So I just kind of like stuck with it for an absurdly long amount of time before I realized that you could just go to the Undead Bird. And by that point, it was pretty easy.
Well, so this raises an important question now, which is, are you going to brave the graveyard right now in an attempt to get perhaps an early Zweihander?
Ooh, boy, that would be nice. Well, if I'm going to do that, what I'm going to do first is eat this soul so that I can get another level.
One more level? Yeah, that's a good choice. I think you should just pretty much burn all of those souls as soon as you pick them up.
Yeah, I save them a lot, but there really is no reason. I'm gonna put it into vid again, because a little bit more health actually going against these guys would be good. My strength's
that's good.
Pretty
That's
good.
completely reasonable.
Boy, this is great. Like, hearing you say things are completely reasonable that I do makes me feel extremely powerful. All right, well...
well, the first soft cap in Vitality is at 30 points, so going even that high is something I would
Oh yeah, you have to reinforce your
support
Estus
you
Flask. That's what you need. You need the Firekeeper Souls. That gets you. Remember?
Well, that doesn't get you more charges. That increases the amount of health that each charge restores.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Boy, you have a good memory, Rob.
Of course, a few things.
Alright, well, I'll use my club. I know that hurts them more. Oh yeah, it's out this way. The last time I played this was probably like 2012. No, it was not 2012. It was maybe like 2014. Still, it's really nice to be playing it again, actually. Hello, bird. Get this. I'm gonna get this item. Hope everyone's enjoying Item Get, the game. Someone, I was asking people online today how they thought, if they had any suggestions for marketing or whatever, just kind of like polling the audience. And one person was like, oh, it's such a shame no cartridge doesn't have a Twitch stream. I was like, this may be a sign that I'm not doing a very good job.
As I said, a schedule could help. If,
yeah, I'm considering that. I'm thinking 9:30 multiple nights might be a good idea.
Consistency is key.
That's what they say. Oh no.
Oh, that is not very much damage.
Yeah, that's the thing about going after the skeletons here. They take a really long time to kill.
I think if you want anything here, the well, no, you're doing all right. I was gonna say you could just run through and try to grab what you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that when it comes to the giant skeleton, who I definitely am not ready for right now. Caduceus, that's nice. Yeah, I got far enough where, like, I got all the way to that. I got all the way to the beginning of what's his name's all the way to the beginning of Nito's palace. Oh god. I have to. And then at that point, you really can't. You really can't win if you are...
It's very difficult to proceed. Yeah. It's not the intended path.
Yeah, it becomes pretty clear that you're not supposed to go that way. But maybe I can get there this time. That would be pretty cool. That'd be a good riposte to my former self. I'm better than you.
I think it would be a little bit of an exercise in tedium with...
Tedium? No.
With this club with no upgrades.
I can't believe you'd say that Dark Souls could be an exercise in tedium. Haha. Take that, everyone who says I'm bad at video games. I don't think I can kill this guy right now. I mean, I can, but why bother? There's my fly hand. Oh no! Alright, great. You've done it. Oh.
I'm pretty well delayed at this point, so I'm anticipating what will happen based on your reactions.
Oh boy. Oh, this isn't good. I died. I mean, that was for sure gonna happen because I woke up an army of undead.
Turning around just to see the crowd of skeletons waiting. I think that was almost all of the loot though.
Yeah, I think I did get all the loot. I'm not sure.
Did you pick up the binoculars?
Oh no, there are binoculars out there?
I think that's what it. You don't need that.
No.
You got the Zweihander, which is or the winged spear if you're so inclined. Those are
I'm not inclined to use spears, honestly. I don't generally like them. I'll let Frank eat that later. Alright, great. Now I'll kill these guys, because they won't leave me alone otherwise. Oh, dang it. Oh, come on. See, that's a lesson right there. Rob, I think I should try and screen share with you again.
If you...
I mean, are you really so far... Are you far enough behind that it is hard to provide commentary?
A little bit.
Yeah, then probably we should. Hang on. I'm just gonna get my solar and then I'm gonna try it. Hopefully they... Yeah, okay, good. Sometimes they punish you if they think that you're just, like, trying to... I'm just saying it's the audience. I know you know this. Sometimes they punish you if you try and get away too far away from...
Wait, was Tyrion the bottom healer in that?
No, I don't want to hear Twitch. I'm also not streaming Shin Megami Tensei. Let me... Should probably change that while I'm here. Everyone hang on a second. You know what? Forget it. It can be Shin Megami Tensei for the time being. I'm not really all that concerned. Alright, let's share the screen with you. Maybe if I stream it to you, it'll be a little less problematic. So what are you seeing? Are you seeing game?
Well, I'm seeing Discord. Wait, no, I'm looking at Twitch, so... I do see the game now in screen share. Yeah, this is...
Am I going up and down the menu?
Yes, and it even seems to be... Yes.
Nice, excellent.
Yeah, this is good, I think.
Yeah, I think that was our mistake, that we did the share a window as opposed to stream it.
Oh, no, it's frozen again.
Oh, you're kidding. This is irritating. I wonder if I play it... Hang on. What if I try it in... windowed mode. And just... obviously, I'm gonna have to move it.
See, there's something with the configuration where as soon as you... It's like now I can see it, but as soon as you go to stream on Twitch, it's going to freeze on whatever the last frame I saw was.
Can you see it now?
Yes.
But it's going... Once it catches up to Twitch, it's going to... Is that what you're saying?
Well, once... No, now it seems to be good.
Okay, yeah, it was definitely my windowed versus yeah, doing it outside of full screen seems to have fixed it.
You're showing a little bit of window title bar on Twitch, though.
Well, that's how it goes. This is an inexact process. When you, I mean, it's an exact process when you yourself are just streaming, but it is an inexact process when you have someone with you, as I have found with this.
We'll sort it out for next time.
Yeah.
Nothing catastrophic has happened. Well, this is looking like it's about to be. No,
Nope.
you pulled it together, so
That's right.
nicely done.
Thanks. I'm gonna switch to the Zweihander, I guess. No reason not to.
You don't have the stats for the Zweihander yet.
I'd like to see.
Well, let's look at the details.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just re-equipping my sword hilt.
No, unequip that sword hilt. That's only gonna cause you pain.
Okay. I forget how to equip. There, square. All right. Okay, so Zweihander.
You want to do toggle display?
The controls in this game still are super good. Okay, I need 24 strength, so that's quite a ways from now.
So if you have, what is it? Let's see. If you have 16 strength, you can wield it with 2 hands.
Okay.
Because it gets multiplied by 1.5.
Alright, well, I guess we know what we're buffing now.
You might want to check out the shield you picked up.
No, I like this plank. It's far better. Alright, I'm gonna go actually cash in my souls real quick. I know, I don't usually play this. This is probably an unnecessary,
It's a little bit...
Go on.
It's 850 souls. That's... In the grand scheme of things...
I realize, in the grand scheme of things it isn't much, but in this case, if I can get a level, it seems like a good idea. I cash in my level here. Which is to say, in later parts of the game, I don't do this with even a large amount of souls.
You took the master key, right?
Yes.
So one suggestion from chat, and this is not a bad idea, is to get the S-Stock.
Oh yeah, the S-Stock's good. Is it nearby? I must forget what's going on.
Yeah, you need to go down to New Londo, but it's right at the entrance of it, so it's very easy to get this early on.
Yeah, you're right.
You want to check that out?
Sure, let's do it. I'm just gonna kill these guys first.
Yeah.
Or will I?
Are you?
I sure am. But actually, I'm not gonna kill that guy up there. I also went down to New Londo before I got to, before I went to the Undead Bird. You can't really go very far there because of all the ghosts. Spooky ghosts.
Which, I don't quite remember. Can you not even damage them without an appropriate weapon?
Right, it's not even an appropriate weapon, it's
Yeah,
an item that you have. Well, also, yes, you can get a ghost dagger and hurt them.
You need to be cursed, or you need to have the ghost dagger.
Or you need to eat this, like, thing that, like, temporarily curses you.
A transient curse, I think it's called.
That's exactly correct, yes, that's what the item is called. Being cursed in this game sucks. A lot.
Oh, I don't think it's ever actually happened to me, but it
Really?
sounds terrible.
It's never happened to you? Not even down in, like, the, like, underneath the tree? That's always where I got cursed.
Underneath the which
You know,
tree?
there's, like, that giant, like, tree,
Oh, the what are the? I can't.
I don't remember what it's called.
Ashen Hollow or something like that.
Yeah. There are a lot of people who can curse you down there.
I never found it on my own.
Oh, really?
No, the Great Hollow, and then Ash Lake is what I'm.
It's before Ash Lake. They're like these insects that spit like something at you, and then you become cursed.
It seems like a difficult area to find because this is not where you want to be necessarily.
Well, I know the Valley of Drakes will kill you, but this is also, I think, where the S-Stock is if you just kind of cross some of these bridges.
No. It's go back.
Okay.
Go back.
Well, I know that the Valley of Drakes is not a great place for me to be at this level. But that's also another place I went instead of... I went every single place you could go, you know, within reason, before ringing the bell. Not this way. Alright, so I'll just go down to Bondo. I must not have found the S-Dock my first time around. I must have gone into there and gotten something else. Talk.
Well, this is unusual. You haven't lost your head. And more importantly, you're free. How on earth? Well, I shouldn't pry. I'm Ricky of Vin Island.
I don't know if I've ever found Ricker.
Established Smith. Look at me now. Can you believe it?
He's pretty well tucked away here.
He really is.
And he also...
What is it?
His services are very niche in nature.
Don't worry. No intention of escape. It's safe.
But yeah, the Great Hollow, as some people have pointed out, is behind two illusory walls.
Yeah, it's really unfair.
Which makes it, I think it's the only place in the series that's behind two sequential illusory walls.
Yeah, I mean, they never really decided to, oh, cool. Let's see. Well, I don't really have enough souls to do any of this, do I? I guess I do. But...
Well, you need Titanite shards also.
Yeah.
What does he have for sale?
Solar arrows, catalyst.
So.
Yeah, nothing yet. I guess I'll just talk.
There's nothing. We're both cursed. Undead.
Alright.
Come back soon. Smithing helps soothe my nerves. Don't let me wither away out of idleness.
Everyone, like, really has a lot of, they have a lot of, like, demands on your time in this game. Like, everyone says, like, come back soon, or I'll die.
I mean, they're just really bored. Like, what else do you do?
Bemoan your fate?
Yeah,
Get
they
really
need...
mad.
You've got to be there to listen to them.
Well, that's a big club that guy has.
You might... Smash that vase behind you.
The vase with the person in it?
Just wreck that urn.
Oh, yeah, he has it on his body after he falls. Ooh, a transient
that wasn't it. But go back up the stairs. You don't need to go beyond here.
You think?
Let's not... For the S-Dock? No. Let's leave this for another... It's very close.
There it is.
Yes, that is. Okay.
Yep. Boy, I thought for sure. Let's see what we got. Maybe we can wield it with two hands.
Wait, did it say you need one more dexterity?
Okay, one more dexterity.
So that's nothing.
That's not a big deal. Yeah, we can. And then I'll have a much better sword, or much better weapon rather. Club's fine though. Club is serving me pretty well. I never use blunt weapons in this game.
Well, they're good for skeletons. I mean,
I've certainly seen that.
one down.
And Rob, I will tell you, I only used a sword to fight skeletons. I know that surprises you based on my previous work in these games, that I've become extremely stubborn. Don't do a good job.
I think we're having some frame rate issues again with the current configuration.
Oh, really? In the stream or with you?
With the stream. It's
man.
fine for me. Let's
Alright. Do you want to? You can cut it off on your end if you want. I'm worried about triggering that again.
Just kill the screen share for me, and
sure.
I'll suffer with the delay.
All right.
For the greater good.
Well, and I can go back to full screen now. And finally, my Twitch affiliate status won't be in danger.
Do they stipulate something about?
No, they don't. there's really no way you can use your Twitch affiliate status. I think.
You show the menu bar for.
Oh, you can have a totally unprofessional stream. They don't really care about that. I mean, Bethesda streamed a wait, we're cooking like thing today for boy, I don't know how long. I'm sure they just made a lot of money off of
it. Just as long as you don't disparage the brand.
That's right. I'm not allowed to... Well, you know, I can disparage the brand as long as I'm not being paid in one of their weird, like, events. If I'm being paid, I cannot disparage the brand. That's true.
Yeah, that was the... I think that was the language they used in the... Like, the bounty UI?
Yes, that's correct. Yeah, it's the bounty thing. You can't, like, if you're... You can say things you like or not, but you're not really allowed to say anything mean. But as we've learned from Twitter, those two things are very, very clear, and it's always obvious if something is mean or true. I think that's just a soul down there, but I would love to get it. It's not really... Well...
Are you looking across the gap? You need to jump.
Yeah, if you drop down...
Can you
Sure can.
Can you actually drop down there?
I just did. You're gonna
Well,
see it on
shit
stream.
howdy. I never knew you could do that. I thought you had to jump.
No way, man.
I mean, I guess you have to jump back, but...
Jumping back's a lot easier.
Jumping in Dark Souls is always a very harrowing experience for me.
Yeah, it's not good. I can equip my Hollow Warrior Waistcloth, which is going to be a lot better. Ooh. Oh wait, I don't want that. I'll just put that on now. Why not? What could happen? It looks even worse with a little bit of armor on.
That's a look.
The single boot.
Rich, aka Nick, says, "Fun experiments. How many Soros tweets until you lose partner status?"
Ooh, I'm gonna do that annoying thing where I go back down to the bonfire, but it's because I realize now that I have some eatable souls, I can get that dex and use the S stock, which is nice. Especially if we're gonna be fighting a bunch of zombies who will be a lot more irritating. Oh wow, you can actually pick the quantity in this game. That's great.
That's like easily the single best UI improvement.
Yes, it's really, really good. Like, just munching, like, 40 undead, like, tiny little 200 soul things when you're late in, like, end game in these games is just, like, absolutely the last thing you want to do.
Oh, hey, Tully. One of my friends from Colorado is here in the stream.
Oh, cool. Rob, I didn't know you had history in Colorado. We've never talked about that.
Unfortunately.
Are you not one of the people who really like Colorado?
No, those people are all still there.
You're more of a New York guy?
I mean, it remains to be seen, but
how long have you been in the city? For a while, right?
I've been here for 6 years now.
Okay.
I lived in Boulder for 2 years.
There we go. Oh, rats.
Tully created a Twitch account only to hear me disparage Boulder.
Is that right?
That's what he says.
I think that guy's gonna get killed.
To be fair, I mean, working in tech in Boulder may be a very different and very bad experience.
It sounds like it. I mean, I'm sure you weren't like. Everyone seems really excited about all the marijuana you can get. All the weed.
Well, that was before my time.
I guess that's true.
While I was there, everyone was very excited about like their tech startup and CrossFit, and not really anything else. So
that sounds awful.
Yeah, it's
what a nightmare. So is the S-Stock a rapier?
It's a thrusting sword of sorts.
The light attack. I mean, the thrust. It makes a lot of sense, but the light attack is very much like a rapier.
And it has a little bit of a slash with a strong attack, right?
Yeah, it's yeah. And if you two-hand it, then it's like it's like one of these deals, like a jab forward or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta warn the stream, if you don't find that interesting, you're really not gonna like Dark Souls. It's like basically what I'll be talking about the whole time. It's like a bit about how certain people drive in certain ways, but about weapons.
Well, I'm not as much of a sword expert as some. Maybe if we could get Langdon in here, that would be...
Oh yeah, definitely. Langdon would definitely have some stuff to say. That's really kind of his bailiwick in games like this too, where like it seems like the or something he really enjoys.
I think it's just kind of a a pervasive and deep love of swords of all kind.
And who could blame him? I always will enjoy the tweet where it's like me drunk at 2 a.m. ordering a bunch of swords and then me waking up sober.
Yeah,
like...
that's one of my absolute favorite tweets.
It's so great. Alright. I really like how
it also intersects with like really great tarot card related tweets, because there's the
oh, Stefan's tweet?
Yeah.
That's always what
which is another one of my all-time favorites.
Oh, that's such a good tweet. I remember Stefan was one of the people I was like back when like I cared about Twitter in a much different way. I remember being like awed and amazed when Stefan followed me. Like, he was one of those people that I checked like 6 times a day to see if he had unfollowed. Largely because those tweets are so funny.
That's interesting tidbit about checking 6 times a day.
Well, I mean that's an exaggeration. It was probably more like 20. Just kidding. Actually, I would check some people's profiles, like especially when I first started on Twitter, and they were people I really liked. Like I remember when Brendel was on Twitter more. I really liked interacting with him, and when he followed me, I was pretty much convinced that my Twitter was just like nonsense and no one would ever want to read it. So I kept being like, well, the other shoe's gonna drop at some point with Brendel, and he will unfollow me. And he never did.
I'm sorry, who?
Do you know Brendel? He wrote that the tweet like the excuse me sir, dozens of jelly beans fall out of my briefcase. I don't know. He's like has a little lizard guy as his avatar. Looks like he's kind of
yeah, that sounds familiar.
He doesn't tweet a lot anymore, so that might be why.
His avatar isn't it a Tonberry, or am I mistaking it for a Tonberry?
Oh, well, it looks a little like a Tonberry. Why did it talk about the Gravelord Graveyard Servant? I don't really understand that. It says disasters are gone, thanks to...
This is a very sort of arcane multiplayer thing, where someone from the Gravelord Covenant has
Logged on?
It has logged. Yeah, the Grave Lord has logged on.
Hello, it's me, Grave Lord. I'm here. I'm finally ready for our session. I keep expecting that one griefer to invade my game and, like, you know, give me a curse and blow up my head and stuff. I sure hope he doesn't.
Tully confirms that it is in fact a Tonberry, so I'm glad I still have that going for me.
Oh, great! I never thought it was a Tonberry. I mean, like, I will be frank. I definitely know what Tonberries are. I will not front and say that I don't know what you're talking about. But I didn't know it was a Tonberry.
Do you have enough souls to level again?
Yes, I do. Should probably do that. Hey. What do you think, Rob? Any suggestions?
How do you feel about this Zweihander?
I like it. So maybe we should do some strength then. To get a little closer.
I mean, I know you were talking about a dex build, but what my question presupposes is,
maybe
why not strength?
My question presupposes is you've made a mistake. I mean, I do like leveling at this point in the game for like what you have or like what you're going for, like the like leveling with like, okay, this is my best weapon in mind is kind of an interesting idea. So I'm cool with
that. Really, either way, there are plenty of options.
Yeah, I'm not worried. It's true that I also like strength decks as like generally is what I will do anyway. So
yeah, I mean, whatever happens.
That's right. It's all Dark Souls.
Anyway, we are coming up on Perry's school here. How are you feeling? Are you feeling maybe a little bit saucy?
I am feeling pretty saucy.
Okay. So
Perry's school. So tell me a little about that.
Well, so there's you know about the Black Knight that's up ahead here?
Yeah.
If you can parry that Black Knight, you might get a Black Knight sword.
Oh man. It'd be so cool if I could do that. And it definitely wouldn't be frustrating to die 800 times. Ow! On the other hand, I definitely want that Black Knight sword. Man, I did this run so many times. I still basically have the enemies and where they show up memorized. It's like sick how much I played this particular run.
Just this stretch of the berg, you mean?
Yeah, exactly. And the Black Knight is up there. Or, no, that's not true. It's just someone else is up there. But usually I have to take him out in order to not get.
Yeah, the crossbowman.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's because I had a really hard time finding the sort of like lower level of the Undead Berg. So for a while I just kind of like tooled around up here before I like discovered the way up to the bell and all that. It really took me quite a long time.
So I'm being corrected that you can get the Black Knight sword without parrying, which is technically true, but I find that it's the easiest way to do enough damage this early on.
Fair enough.
That and Black Knights are I think, one of the easier enemies to parry.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, in terms of like the actual kind of like idea of parrying, yes, I'm with you on that. This is nice. I think I had like some sort of very high-level sword I got by like messing around in the Valley of the Drakes for a ridiculously long time, and like just like finding my way out.
Was that the, what's that, the Astora Straight Sword?
Yes, that's exactly right. So that's the one I had in this game, and it took me a really long time to level up to it.
Okay, so you just picked up some lightning resin, right?
Yes.
Or whatever it's called?
Yeah, the pine gold resin.
Yeah, so what we can try is using that, and then going for a backstab on the black knight.
Well, it's gonna have to be when I revive, because I let that guy kill me.
Oh.
It's okay.
I see it now.
It's okay. It's okay. I got cocky. Like the exact thing you don't want to have happen in Dark Souls is get cocky. It's really an amazing thing about this game that like it definitely you can always die. The game really has no problem with like having you get killed by minor characters that you feel like you should not be killed by. Which is cool, I think.
I think that's kind of one of the defining things about it.
Yeah, it's just it's so good at it. Like it's so good. Like even in, well, I mean not always, but like if you just stop paying attention to like games, you really can. I don't know. You really can screw up badly.
I've always felt that it's a little bit of like a subversion of this style of game as a power fantasy in some ways.
Yeah, that's interesting. I can see that. Hey Rob, what would you say? I somehow picked up a humanity from killing someone. That's rare enough in this version of the game. Would you say that it would make sense to go ahead and
kindle that bonfire?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I was actually thinking if I should suggest that using your hard humanity. How do you? I don't even know how that happens. How you just gain one like that?
Sometimes when you kill an enemy, it just gives you one randomly. All right, now I'm handsome again. Oh, you have to. Yeah, you have to use 2. So I'll eat one of my humanities after I level up. Now that I'm here, keep working towards that Zweihander. No reason not to use them for that. Definitely part of this stream will be me just like straight up spamming these rats and right around this level, actually, right around this place, and just like until I get 90 humanity or whatever. That was always fun.
No, you didn't. For what? You don't need that.
Yeah, you do. It's great to have humanity.
It's nice to have a few. Oh, this brings up a fun story about my first playthrough. Is that I had a habit of always making sure I had like 1 soft humanity just for the item drop rate bonus.
Oh yeah, it's really
good. Which is, well, I mean,
not really good, but
it's a significant bonus relative to any other number of humanity.
Ooh.
But you don't need it for any reason. But by the time I got to Orlando, I had run completely out. So,
yeah, that's not good to run out by Orlando.
And so I didn't have enough to kindle the bonfire in.
Oh no!
You know, like the manor
one bonfire
next to Ornstein and Smo.
Yeah.
And so.
You must have just given up. I mean.
I almost did. So to fight Ornstein and Smo, in order to have 10 Estus, I had to run from the first bonfire, like across
and just not get hurt.
Like the. Yeah, well, it's like not getting hurt was mostly manageable unless you had like a really just unlucky swing from one of the giant knights.
Mm-hmm.
But you had to wait for like. I guess it's just one elevator, but you still need to wait for an elevator.
Oh yeah, it takes forever.
And then it's just like a pretty long run. And so I did that. I've done that run like probably 200 times.
The Ornstein and Smog, I'm really not looking forward to playing them this time around. I'm super worried because like I definitely, like everyone, had a long time playing them, but at the same point, I definitely did better than most people had them.
Okay, well, you can look at my Steam achievements for the proof of this, but I made it to Anor Londo on, I think it was May 8th or 9th.
Okay.
And I beat Ornstein and Smo, I think, on July 17th.
Wow, good for you on sticking with it. Come on.
Yeah, it was rough. There were multiple extended breaks in that time.
Well, yeah.
But also multiple, sessions of just trying repeatedly and having a miserable time of it.
I mean, they are an absolutely miserable boss. Like that is like that's one of those. I know, like with I made fun of it with Matador about like in Nocturne, but like whenever I think of a bad boss, I think of Ornstein and Smog.
Well, my Matador moment in Dark Souls was that I beat Capra Demon on the first try.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
The caveat is that I fought Capra Demon very late.
I had the same experience, just with like a little bit of a difference, where like I played, I got to the Capra Demon and I was like, ugh, can't beat this guy. And then I just like kind of forgot about him, and then I remembered, I was like, oh yeah, the Capra Demon. Should probably beat him. Alright, nota bene, I'm probably going to die a lot right now.
Are we... Okay. So... We're gonna try the backs. You're already. This is so tense with the delay that.
I know, this is so bad. I did a really bad job. I don't know why. It's because I did the heavy attack, and heavy attack in this game doesn't give you a backslash.
So, the thrust is definitely harder to parry.
I did a parry on the thrust, just as you said that.
Oh. Alright.
Believe it or not.
That's...
Oh, he killed me. God, it's so hard at this part of the game, but getting a Black Knight Sword or Shield would be nice. And
yeah, I think your looks like your timing might be ever so slightly late.
Wouldn't surprise me.
But you got the one, so.
Yeah, I did. That's basically my luck with parrying, is that I will get one.
Well,
so often.
Let's try again and be a little bit more deliberate in your timing.
Yeah.
Because at one point you were definitely you were throwing them out there and hoping something would land.
Oh yeah, absolutely I was. I'll cop to that. That's, yeah, for sure. With Titanite Shard. See, I got a soft humanity again. Huh. Where does it come from? Maybe they like upped the amount of humanity you get in the new version. Like maybe they buffed that.
Maybe I never remember it happening that frequently.
Yeah, it was extremely rare.
Actually, the delay was helpful there because you were able to call it out, and I was able to watch for it.
Oh yeah, you're right.
That's interesting.
I'm gonna register a complaint from software that they made this game easier. How dare you?
Well, maybe it's just a safeguard against finding yourself in the same situation I did.
Yeah, and I mean, there's like humanity has to do with. I mean, however little has to do with the multiplayer element, and I'm sure they're trying to encourage that, although certainly not trying to encourage the hackers that go along with it.
Did you ever watch any of the multiplayer videos? I think there were Dark Souls 2 multiplayer videos where someone was they would get the complete armor sets of just the ordinary hollows you fought. And someone would invade, and they would just put on the armor and stand in the spot.
It's really good.
It's a highly entertaining gimmick.
It's really, really funny.
There are some for the Silver Knights in Orlando also.
I really like that gimmick because it's sort of like the wholesome version of like the gimmick that I was watching today, where the guy had just like created this version of the I just got a second one, darn. Created this version of Fireball that just ruined everything about your character. He was just going around and being like, I'm gonna ruin people's day, like this is gonna be funny. And at first I was like, this guy's really like, it's pretty amazing that he's able to do this.
Was that the hacking link that got posted on Discord?
Yeah.
So that was not only like his character was overpowered, but it actually had permanent detrimental effects somehow.
Right, yes, exactly.
Yeah, that's antagonistic in a way that I think is not in keeping with the spirit of the game.
Well, I mean, and he knew it, because he kept saying, oh, well, I'll get banned eventually. It's like, man, if you have to say that, then, like, he's kind of a jerk.
Yeah.
Oh! Oh. I don't know. This is tough for me. I'm very bad at parrying.
I was trying to judge the timing there, and you didn't have too many clean attempts.
No, I really didn't.
So
I will cop to that. That was not my best run.
Let's come back to this.
Okay.
Yeah, what we should do if you want, even, is off stream sometime. Just do the screen share so I can actually watch without delay, and I can
I'm talking through it.
Adjust your timing.
Yeah, I'm just a little off. I don't really know what it is, but yeah, it'd be nice to be able to do it. Again, like you said, it doesn't really matter that much.
Well, like the Black Knights are like definitely with the sword Black Knights are relatively easy to parry, but also like quite punishing if you don't succeed.
Oh yeah, they'll take you out completely. So I guess we'll just keep pressing on a little bit.
We'll just keep pressing on to Taurus Demon, who definitely won't.
Yeah, that guy won't punish me at all. Oh no! Where are these guys coming from? Sure. Oh. This is what happens when I get either tired or too into the game or like too confident. I just die several times in a row.
I have no idea where those came from.
Yeah, they just kind of arrived. It was not handy for me. I'm not pleased to see them. Yeah.
No, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at Swearsayer who says, I call my pussy humanity because dead guys want to eat it. Holy shit.
That's a classic Swearsayer. I know him. I'm gonna chat with him. It's a classic. It's a classic Swearsayer setup, but that is an extremely effective execution. It's very good.
Well done.
It would have been okay if you were laughing. The way I died there was actually pretty comical, in that like I just kept thinking that it was the end of the run of Undead, and it just kept coming. Oh, good. I'm finally done killing these undead.
Well, now you know what to expect for Dark Souls 2.
Oh, is that how it goes?
That's how. That's the stereotype. I don't know how it really holds up.
So people don't like Dark Souls 2 because it's too hard?
There is a criticism that there are too many multiple enemy fights or something.
Multiple enemy fights are very hard. I will give you that. Oh, finally, disasters are gone. And yet, my play is not improved.
Oh, is that... I wonder if that's what caused those hollows out of nowhere.
It's possible. I was actually thinking the same thing. I wonder if that counts as some sort of disaster. I keep getting this waist cloth, and I just want some more armor. Some different armor.
You don't need it.
Oh! Jeez.
Rich says, if disasters are gone, then how do you explain no cartridge?
Oh, Rich. I'm sorry, but you're banned from the stream.
Dead Jacket says the level design in DS2 is considerably worse than 1, and I'm not going to ask for elaboration because I don't want to.
You don't want to get mad?
I don't want to start an argument with your chat while you're streaming.
Oh! I almost got that. That was maybe not my best move. Everyone's gonna laugh at me. But I wanted to get on that little thing.
What? Okay.
Wait, you don't like that move?
Oh, it's just I heard your reaction and I saw the stream and you were just standing on the stairs and everything seemed to be fine and I wondered what could possibly go wrong.
It's user error, my friend. User
you
error.
seem to just out of thin air invent this way too.
Oh. I'm getting too confident. I gotta slow down. Yeah, I mean, I did that because... I thought there might be something good down there.
I don't think there is.
You don't think so? This may honestly be something from when I last played the game, and that like I am convinced that there's good stuff down there. And I've died many times trying to get it.
It's just muscle memory at this point. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, that's right. It's not my fault. I can't help it. But I can't help but to jump off cliffs. The problem is, I don't know if you had this happen to you or not when you play Dark Souls, Rob, but the problem I always have is I try the battle axe actually. The problem I always end up having is I'll eventually just get kind of like, I don't know, stupidly. I'll just start going through the motions, right? Like, start like, okay, this guy's here, that guy's here, and then I'll just end up dead like six times in a row because I'm just not paying any attention. Like now, right? Like I just went I'm going to die.
Sure, I think this is the classic mistake.
I do like the axe. It's a fun weapon.
It's one of the better starting weapons, I think. The bandit starting weapon.
Yeah, I think I actually used the bandit in my first run. The axe is a trusty friend. It's better against these guys than my buddy the S-Dot. Which I'll take. Yeah, that's classically what I end up doing. I just end up like going through the motions and ignoring everything I know about this game. It's like, well, yada yada yada, you know, like there's some undead or whatever. I guess I'll beat them, and then they just kill me constantly.
After so many times fighting them, it starts to feel like they're just an obstacle that's in your way, and
yeah,
not a worthy opponent. But it's always a worthy opponent.
Yeah, the instant you feel that way is when you lose Dark Souls. I like the heavy attack with the axe too. It's a nice overhead swing. I don't know why people say this game's slow.
If you play Neo, you'll understand.
I'm just kidding. I know exactly
which
why
is
people say
which
this
is
game's
not a
slow.
Souls-like, as we've thoroughly established in Discord conversation.
Yeah, don't come at Rob with this idea that Neo is a Souls-like, or he will end you. See, look at all that stuff down there. There's got to be something. Right?
What? Sorry. What is it that you're seeing down there that is...
I don't know. Maybe nothing. It's just those planks, and I guess the ability of those planks to...
That's such a dad thing to say. Like, oh, there's good planks down there. It's like we can...
You could build something with that. Well, there's some 2x4s, and yeah, it's definitely, looking at it again, I am, yeah, it's definitely not a place
yeah,
that I need to go.
there's nothing.
There. Yeah, that's not. I don't need to jump off a cliff and kill myself. I don't know if I'm going to win this battle. I have pretty low Estus, but...
You have 5. It's a
I have
normal
4.
number of Estus.
A normal number?
You have 4.
It's a crappy number. Alright, yeah, he comes in the middle. Ow.
I call my pussy a swiner because it takes 2 hands and a lot of time to get things done.
Who said that?
Avie?
Oh, yeah, that's Spooky Mulan.
Ah.
And the gamer chat is here, and they're bringing the heat.
I'm appreciating this joke format.
It's a good joke format. It's a lot funnier than the male alternative, honestly. There's a lot more that you can do with it. Oh man, the Taurus demon really one hit, man. That's all it takes to kill my guy. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure. I guess this is the only path really to take, is to try and beat the Taurus demon. I can't really imagine any other way of doing it.
It's like a shortcut of sorts?
It is?
Is that what you're...
No, I'm just kind of wondering if it's a good idea to be doing this, but I think this is the path forward, as I recall.
Oh, yeah, this is definitely the prescribed thing to do.
And as I recall, if you don't use a prescribed thing, then you just end up hitting your head against the wall for 7 hours. Which, folks, I already recorded a podcast today. Oh boy. Well, that's serious. Everyone subscribe to the page. Oh, thank goodness. Too many Grave Lord servants in here. This is... do the other Souls games use the, do like the Covenant system? Is that a thing in the other Souls games?
Yeah, in DST you can be a cop.
Well, I don't know how I feel about that.
I kind of like the concept. So there's the Covenant is actually called Blue Sentinels.
Cool.
But there's another Covenant, Blue something or other, that if you're part of that Covenant and you get invaded, a Blue Sentinel can be summoned to help you fight the invader.
That's nice. It's nice that the Blue Sentinel is there. Oh great, now we're in one of those classic Souls moments where like if I die and I keep losing my souls again and again. Oh. Boy, I don't know.
That was quick.
Yeah, that was extremely quick.
Much like Dead Jacket, who says, I call my dick Moonlight Blade because it... Sorry. No, I'm gonna get it right with this correction. I call my dick Dark Moon Blade because it operates on illusory magic and only lasts 60 seconds.
This is a chat that knows its lore, man. This is good. Like, I don't want to Twitch stream that's, you know, doesn't know what he's talking about. Well, at least I don't have to worry about the souls building up. That actually is a weight off.
Well, like I said, you know,
Souls come and souls go.
At some point, you're gonna lose like 20,000 souls.
Oh yeah.
And at that moment, you're going to be extremely upset for an instant, and then just all of the weight will kind of melt away, and you won't care about losing souls ever again.
Well, yeah, it's so nice to, like, when you actually, like, lose all the souls, and you just know that, okay, I don't have to keep up this business of, like, hanging on to all these souls anymore. I can just be done with this. It is a really, I don't know, it is very nice. I think I need to go back to the axe. I was having a lot more success with
Where Sarah says, I call my pussy Taurus Demon because guys pile drive it 2 times and they're done.
I honestly think with the Taurus Demon you can, there's a, if I'm recalling correctly, and certainly I might not, but isn't there high ground that you can get to and like do like a fall onto him?
Yes, it's the tower out of which you emerge. You can turn around and there's a ladder. Also, you want to go up there and kill the crossbowmen who are probably shooting you during the...
Oh, I mean, they absolutely are shooting me, yes. There we go. Wow, yeah, this axe is a lot better than the S-Stock right now. What?
Amy says, I call my pussy the Capra Demon because I want to be drilled by the Capra Demon. Which, yeah, Capra Demon is thick as shit.
He is thick. He's also very athletic. So that scales with strength and dex. Yeah, okay, that explains it. And also, it's just like a stronger attack at this point anyway. Okay. Cool. I learned a lot.
What's your weight ratio?
Really, like, this is the lightest character I've ever used, pretty much.
That's a serious question. If you have 2 weapons equipped, it counts both of them.
Oh, well, I guess I can,
So if it puts you over that, oh no, you've got plenty of headroom for that, that fast roll.
6.4 pounds. Living the dream.
Yeah, so you can keep the S-Stock equipped.
Yeah. Right. Okay, there's this ladder. Right, that's right.
You can probably even wear, 2 or 3 more of those loincloths that dropped and stay under the weight limit.
I don't think I can wear those cloths. Can I? I can't double. Can I stack loincloths?
You can't double cloth your loin. Unfortunately not.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Ooh, sweet. These are slightly better. Oh, I get better poise, too. Well, of course, it's so much nicer. Can you imagine if you could stack loincloth? Man, that would be so cool. Alright. Well, those guys are up there are dead. That's good. And... No! That was close.
Now it's already too late to be saying this, but don't dawdle, because he will fuck you up.
Oh, I know. Don't worry. What you're gonna see is that.
Yeah, I saw it. That was a thick plunging attack.
Thanks, dude. Oh, run more. Oh, that sucks.
watch that stamina.
You're gonna see what happens when I don't watch the stamina. Oh no!
Face him in the octagon. It's actually possibly a better locale for it's less claustrophobic.
I'm not gonna face him.
Are you just going for multiple plunging attacks?
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that's allowed.
It's allowed. I just got my second one.
Well,
you being behind the stream is hilarious.
I'm getting constantly owned by stream delay tonight.
Wait, Trav, I don't know if you can do that. I just won the match, dude.
Davey says, I call my nudes the trash before Cabra Demon because they've mostly been acquired by dogs.
That's really good. How many viewers do we have at this point?
9.
That seems right for this time, 9. Yeah, that. The demon was defeated.
Did you really just...
What's wrong with that?
That's
how they want you to do it.
Yeah. I mean, it's an option.
It's an option for this part of the game because you're not very strong. And also, because I'm using a Deprive, he's such a lightweight. Like, I get hit twice and I'm done.
Saying, you know, this is the first real boss into your second playthrough of this game. Have a little self-respect.
I mean, listen, it's the first boss of my second playthrough of the game, but on the other hand, I haven't played this game in years, so.
Ah, hello. You don't look hollow. Far from it. I am Soler of Astora, an adherent of the Lord.
Oh, it's this guy.
Now that I am undead,
I wish I could save him this time around. He got infested by a terrible demon last time.
You find that strange? Well, you should. No need to hide your reaction. I get that look all the time.
I know that Soler is a fan favorite, but I tend to see him as more of a foil of sorts.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, he's also kind of like what's that guy?
Why not help one another?
Like a Strava. He's just extremely.
This pleases me greatly.
I don't know. He's just.
Strange, the flow of time itself is convoluted. The very fabric, there's no telling how much longer you're... But use this to summon one another as spirit and engage in jolly cooperation. Of course, we are not the only ones engaged in this, but I am a warrior of the sun. If you miss...
Are we going to talk about Nietzsche now? And about Nietzschean readings of Dark Souls?
Go for it.
If only
I don't really want to attempt that because I'm not.
You're not a Nietzschean?
I'm not a real intellectual.
You know what? I think like the one thing I'll definitely say about Soler that I think is very interesting.
No. According to Amy, he has a rose emoji in his bio.
He probably does. That seems correct.
Seems reasonably correct.
No. Oh yeah, I remember now. There's like a. It's just I have to run no, don't. Yeah, no, it's he's sort of like Ostrava because he's just like he's very, very. I don't know. He's just so optimistic. And it's in a world where there like really is no cause for optimism. Also, he's the son of the king, just like Ostrava. Or ostensibly, maybe he's deluded.
What?
Yeah, well, Ostrava's the son of...
Are you talking about... Wait, what? Finish that.
Well, so Ostrava's the son of Alan, and
right.
It's thought that Solaire is the son of Gwyn.
No, it's just... No.
Okay.
That's getting ahead of ourselves in the series, but it's been established that that's not the case.
Oh, that's a shame. Hey, check it out. I can use this Zweihander with 2 hands now.
Yeah. Yeah, 2-handed. Like it says on the,
Look how big this sword is. Kill some people with it.
Just follow the instructions. It's easy. At this point, you may want to unequip the battle axe.
The what?
The battle axe.
Oh, yeah, probably. Although, I wonder what my actual,
Although, who needs to dodge when you can just...
Get hit with an arrow. Yeah, I'm glad that you saw me do that. I'm still at 16.5 pounds, that's all. I guess let's go up a little bit, but I'm gonna call it fairly soon, probably. Also, you have to go to work tomorrow, don't you?
Well, eventually.
Oh yeah, I can go try to kill that pig or whatever. That armored pig. This is my jam back here.
Armored pigs? What?
No, this is my jam up here where like the
killing rats for
yeah, just killing tons of rats. I did this for hours a night. It was like relaxing for me when I was doing my dissertation.
Wow, that is perverse.
I know, right? Doing a dissertation. Folks. This guy always gave me trouble too. Pike guys in any of these games give me trouble. They did in Demon Souls too. I'm not sure why.
You can go for the kick, maybe.
I never use the kick. Yeah, it is. He'll follow you.
You can't just break his guard with the base cannon.
The base cannon?
It's the Zweihander.
Oh yeah.
Are you unfamiliar with Giant Dad?
Yeah. What's Giant Dad?
Well, I think it's fixed now, but it's a sort of degenerate PvP build using the Giant's armor sets and Mask of the Father, hence Giant Dad. So it has
I like that.
Effectively like infinite poise and uses the Zweihander to just destroy people with no threat of
ever being
retaliation. Yeah.
Nice. Oh man.
And there's a fairly entertaining YouTube video to go with it.
Sounds sweet. I like Big Dad. So Rob, why don't you like? You're really, really not a fan of armor. I'm picking that up.
Of what? You cut out there. Oh, it's simply you don't need it if you don't get hit. No, sorry, I I made that sound really flippant, but that's actually the. It doesn't help probably as much as you think it does, and having more iframes just means that dodging is easier.
I forgot that guy was there. What a Dark Souls moment for me. This is the real Dark Souls begins now. Yeah, I forgot he was there. Well, that's how it goes. That's why you level up before you go ahead and do other things. I'm still really enjoying the battle axe, believe it or not.
It's a strong choice.
Thanks.
But yeah, so in order to be able to wear heavy armor, you need to... Either you're sacrificing your rolling speed, which is ultimately the better defensive option, or you need to invest stat points into it to increase your weight limit. But I think it's better to spend that on, strength or whatever and just get more damage.
I see what you're saying. Stupid rats. They did this to me. Even at high levels, they'll do this to you. You're so irritating. Just like gang up on you, and you'll immediately get poisoned.
Yeah, that's fairly... You don't have any moss yet? Probably not.
No. Well, it's a stream. I'm not going to do the boring thing and go back.
It's important not to go for the attack on a pack of rats until... I mean, you know this. But I'm going to keep telling you until you learn.
Until I get good.
Until you get good.
Which maybe never. The amount of good I'm at now is okay.
Well, we have to imagine Sisyphus happy.
We have to imagine... That's right. He is happy. He loves what he's doing. I really like how the pike guys are very they hang back and they're super calm and very, very clear about what they're doing. And then there's the sword guys who just run in and just kind of do whatever they want. They make me very happy.
I never made that connection, but that seems to be very true.
Well, I was just thinking about it now because I was waiting on a pike guy. And the sword...
Do you use your entire stamina bar to swing the Zweihander once?
What did he say? Yes, I do. Well, for the hard attack. For the mini attack, I just use almost all of it. I'm not really... Don't question as to why I said mini attack instead of light attack. Or even normal attack. I don't think I can ever get tired of these games.
Well, yeah, one is all you need, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. That's right. What's that from? It's a quote from something.
It's from Tenacious D.
Oh, yeah. It is. One is all you need.
Talking about cock push-ups.
You only do one. Well, yeah. One is all you need. Wow, thank you for placing that reference. It was definitely what I was thinking of, and I would have been so irritated if I wouldn't have gotten it.
It's one of those quotes that I've incorporated into my sort of idiolect in a way that, it's become completely detached from the source.
Right, sure.
But I can still recall the source when questioned.
Forgot about this pig. This pig irritates me.
You know what you need to do with the pig?
Feed the pig?
No, that's kind of the opposite of that.
Run away from the pig and then let it go around like I just did.
You gotta find that spot that isn't armored.
Oh, and then stab it. I'm gonna use the S-Stock for that. That's a good, switch this Zweihander for the S-Stock.
Welcome to your new job as a pig proctologist.
It pays well. Nothing in Lordran pays well. No, I will not touch the sign of the Gravelord Servant. Are you kidding me? I'm not crazy. I wonder what happens if I touch... I guess I would summon him, maybe? Or call someone into my world, probably. What do you think, Rob?
Oh, well, I can't see what you're talking about.
Oh, you'll see it in a second.
I'm still not sure. Did you find a summon sign?
Yeah, it's a summon sign, but I'm not a human. It's a little strange.
I'm totally lost. I see you fighting rats now.
Yeah, here, I'll go back and show you.
I see you firebombing rats.
That's right.
Which just seems needlessly cruel.
Well, look, they've been poisoning me so long, I just want to run where I'm not poisoned. Oh, it's gone now. It was like a little white sign on the ground, and it said, touch the sign of the Gravelord Servant.
Oh, well,
chose not to.
So, someone in chat is going to need to explain how that covenant works, because I think someone said before that it was broken always, and it's fixed in the remaster.
Oh, cool.
But it's something like... it's like they invade you by putting a sign down, and it... You know, it fucks your shit up in some way until you...
touch the sign.
At which point, something happens. I'm really hazy on the details. I never encountered it.
Truly, the last thing I want is to be invaded. Even on my best day, I am terrible at dealing with
Maybe I should add that I played the entire Dark Souls series after 2016.
Okay.
Or starting in 2016, so I did not get the full multiplayer experience.
I really don't like being invaded. I'm just not very good at multiplayer in this game. I like the help you can get. That's fun. But
no, help is for cowards.
Yeah, like me. I only got help twice in the series. One time was when one time I was in Demon Souls and I only got the help. I didn't want to get it, but I got it because I really wanted to get to the monk, the old monk before.
Oh, before the servers went offline. I'm willing to allow that.
Yeah, and the other time I got it was actually in Dark Souls because I didn't really understand how the game worked and I didn't think I could beat the
Well, we'll have an opportunity to fix that soon enough.
Oh yeah, I'm 100% not going to.
You're not just beating them, you're cutting that tail off.
Oh yeah, you want that, the axe. Stupid thing.
So what I'm hearing is that when you are Gravelorded, it puts superpowered red phantom enemies in your world.
Oh great.
Which it doesn't seem like we've seen. The way to stop it is to find the Gravelord sign to invade their world and kill them. I'm into that.
It's cool. It's a little rough, like if that's what's happening in like and it's the early game.
Well, I don't think we've seen any red phantom enemies though.
I have been attacking this thing's butt for so long, and nothing is happening.
Yeah, that's
very, very annoying.
It's not the most effective. You don't, you know what the way to let's move on.
Well, we don't have to move on.
Well, there is a more effective way, which is to pick up the item that you see up there and use it to your advantage.
It seems to me that using an item is cowardly in the book.
It's... Well, you've defeated me by my own logic, so...
That's correct.
This is a dilemma.
Whoa! I could do this without the item. Also, he doesn't respawn, so it's not really a big deal.
Maybe type yourself off there.
Fight myself off.
Top.
Oh yeah, I did.
Indeed you did.
Yeah, well, watch this stream a little bit, won't you?
I'll get around to it.
Just kidding. Oh cool, one of these big guys. They're hard. Oh wait, no. Sorry, I saw him and I thought he was like a tall skeleton dude. He was
Unfortunately you didn't get the boar helm.
That is unfortunate.
Which would have done wonders for your poise.
Yeah. That is unfortunate. But you know, not much. Oh yeah. Remember this guy? He totally tries to trick you into doing a stupid thing. Don't worry, I can do that on my own. Stupid with no help from you. Also, are these like whites? Is that what they're called? I can't remember. They're really not very difficult. Although again, like any enemy in this game, if you just like are cocky about it, they would kill you. Happily murder you. It's really interesting playing this game after playing Demon's Souls and seeing what was sort of like retained. Like that melee attack that weird zombie white had.
The flailing thing that they do?
Yeah, which is exactly what they did in... Oh, jeez. In Demons, which is actually like very surprising.
Yeah, and even the first ones you encounter at the you know, whatever 1-1 is, the Boletarian Palace.
Yeah. They'll throw a bunch of them at you. And it's weird because like you don't expect it. Like you're just like, well, That's not how these kinds of things work. You don't ever get like you don't get hit several times. You just kind of avoid it once, and then you're good. But you can get killed real fast. Look. Did everyone see the Gravelord sign? Oh, it's gone now.
Chat has a few things to say about whites, as you chose to call them.
Oh, what is it about their pussies?
Surprisingly not.
Oh, well, okay. Am I wrong about what they are?
Well, Dead Jacket says that the politically correct term is cracker, and AV just says fat ass white ghouls.
Yeah, that is another one of AV's bits. I'm stealing a lot of AV's bits for this live stream. I'm stealing AV's bits because she hasn't given me any bits, any Twitch bits, folks.
Just saw you missed that plunging attack.
I know.
I guess you connected the attack, but
it still killed him. But yeah,
you missed the.
Unfortunate.
But I think we need to. Invade the Grave Lord.
You want to invade the Grave Lord?
The Grave Lord.
All right. Well, if I see that sign again, it disappears a lot. But if I see it again, I will invade him and then die. The Grave Lord will ask me if I'm a god, and I'll say no. As we all know, that's not what you do.
Only a Grave Lord can save us.
What, a luring skull? Is that the item you wanted me to get?
Yes.
What does it do?
It is alluring, so things are drawn to it.
I don't really know how that works. I'm not really familiar with drawing people to things. Usually I repel them.
There's a big fire down there, so you throw the skull into it, and the pig goes for it and is immolated.
I get it. Oh, I get jokes. Yeah, if I see that sign again, I guess I'll invade.
No, it's not a joke. It's the easiest way to kill the pig.
Oh no, I was kidding. That's a Simpsons reference. Sorry. Welcome to the stream, folks. Neither of us get jokes. No one here likes humor. It's not a burn on Rob. It truly is. I can't tell a joke, so it's not fair to him. Alright. I have to use the mystery key somewhere.
I mean, I'm embarrassed to admit it, but I am not familiar enough with The Simpsons to have
that's shocking. Did you not, like, grow up a big Simpsons fan?
No, and I don't really know why. But I intend to correct it. I started watching a few episodes of the first season recently, and I didn't get through all of it because, as I understand, it does. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's tricky.
It wasn't bad, but my understanding is that it doesn't kind of hit its stride until season 2 onward.
Yeah, I mean season 1 is very much it's sort of like the way I've heard it best described, or the way I agree with the most in the description, is that it is very much trying to do like a grown-up sitcom, like a grown-up cartoon sitcom. And like it really is leaning into the sitcom part in the first season, and then it sort of decides that like, okay, wait, what's actually much more funnier about this show is like the stuff we don't share with sitcoms, and that's kind of when it gets good. Like it's still trying to do like a Ralph Craig thing, sort of like, oh, this dad's a goof, but he's a good guy at heart kind of thing, and it doesn't really land very well. It's much better once they sort of like do the fun Simpsons stuff, basically.
Well, I'll power through the rest of season 1 so I can get to the rest.
I will say, I don't think you have to watch season 1 if you don't want to.
I'm like halfway through. I might as well finish it. Avi says, "Not everyone is 30, Trev," which little does she know.
Yeah, right. Rob's 30. Everyone who's on no cartridge must agree to be 30 in order to be on no cartridge. It's in my rider.
Everyone in no cartridge must what?
Must agree to be 30. Oh, dang it.
Well, it's like mid-30s or 20, right? Is the
yeah, you can only be 2 ages. Boy, this guy's a real piece of work. I should not have challenged him. But I beat him. And I got his Night Shield. Sweet.
That it reminds me of one of the amusing quirks of the like multiplayer name sensors in Dark Souls 3. If you were invaded by or aided by someone with the word knight in their name, 3 of the letters would be replaced by asterisks.
What? Why?
I'll leave that as an exercise to listeners.
As many of you may have picked up, Rob is perhaps among our finest I don't know, our finest sort of like esotericists in the No Cartridge Discord. Topped only perhaps by Rousdower and his encyclopedic knowledge of everything.
I've mostly only talked about Dark Souls, so I don't know. It's like, yes, I know some things about Dark Souls 1 and also Dark Souls 3.
You seem to know some things about Dark Souls 2. You're a big fan.
It was alright.
Did you beat it?
Oh, yes.
Trevor. He sounded so insulted when I asked. Although I guess I can understand. Oh, we're pretty close to that tower once you get that gate open. Ugh, the tower. That's a hard piece. Here comes this guy. Oh, I really don't want to.
Consider opening the gate before your untimely death.
Yeah, that was what I was thinking. I really don't feel like just run around with that. Now, can I live? That's the question. Or maybe what I can do is run away so I can cash in these souls and we can call it a night. Because that's actually not a terrible place to stop, because we're going to end up going, I don't know, from that point we're going to end up heading up to the church, and then from the church, we're going to end up, obviously, going up and facing the gargoyles. So that might be pretty good for the next stream.
I'd say it's a reasonable stopping point here.
I'm pleased we got this far, actually. This is
unless you want to invade the Gravelord.
Well, see, we have to find the Gravelord's sign, though. And I haven't seen it. I'd be more than happy to. But he keeps moving
who has time for that?
Well, no, I'm just keeping my eyes open. It literally keeps just moving around.
They do move, and I don't know by what mechanism they move.
Yeah, I'll see them on my screen, and then they will be gone forever. I would love to invade the Gravelord at this point, but... I am afraid.
Here we are, at the bonfire.
Now we can level up a little bit. I guess we'll keep leveling up strength to get to that, what do you think? To get to that... I don't know. Strength, vitality, endurance. Yeah, probably one endurance.
Maybe slam some points into endurance so you can get one more swing out of that Zweihander.
Let's see if I got it. Let's see. Oh, nope, still takes up my whole bit bar. My whole, not bit, my whole bar. Alright, quit game. Are you sure you want to see the title? Yeah, there we go. Alright, everyone. Well, this was very fun. Thank you. And thanks, Rob, for being here.
Of course.
This was fun. Alright. Thanks, all.
Good night, everyone.